What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to try some Baldur's Gate 3. So, hopefully it does a good job. It is a verified game, so that's good, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be a great experience. So, why don't we hop on in and figure out whether or not it's actually a good experience on this thing. So, we'll just start off on the max settings, which I will admit is dumb pretty much on anything, unless you got a 4090. And even then, sometimes you can't do it without using DLSS. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So why don't we stop wasting time? We'll go get this guy hooked up to the capture computer, which does not affect gameplay at all. It's just a capture card. It's not like I'm running OBS on the frigging thing or something like that, or using Windows Recorder. I have had a couple people ask me if recording the screen hurts the performance. Nope, not the way I do it anyway. Anyway, to the settings. All right, guys, let's quickly look at our settings here before we hop into the game. Now it's using some weird controller scheme, so I'm kind of using like the mouse trackpad thing, so I did not know how to scroll down at this point, so unfortunately all I did was show Ultra here, but it's the Ultra preset, so that's all we're doing here. I didn't figure out how to scroll until I got to the custom settings, because like, well, how the hell am I supposed to show them my settings? There's gotta be a way. And then I finally noticed the little bar over on the left side there that you can grab. So sorry I didn't show all the settings, but in any case, let's hop into the game and see how it runs. Well, now here we go on Ultra, and it's honestly like so dark I like can't even see anything on Ultra. This happens sometimes. If you like go and do too high settings, sometimes games will just muck everything up. Or maybe I didn't increase the brightness enough, but I did what it said and saw all the little skulls on that screen, so I don't know. Yep, I couldn't hear you. I had no sound, buddy. I had no idea there was some like creepy brain thing up there talking to me this whole time either. I did go up there just to explore because like, oh, what does this do? But couldn't see a blasted thing, so couldn't hear anything either, so. Besides, it's not like this is the best FPS anyway, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I figured we were going to be in like the teens, but we're still touching right around 30 FPS, even on Ultra. And just keep in mind, what you can see will not look very good all blown up because it's, 720p. All blown up to be like 4K at this point. But I'm sure a lot of people would consider this playable, but still, it did drop under 30, so we're going to go through all the settings like I said. That's just what we do. But anyway, I think that's probably enough. So let's go hop on to the next setting. All right, now we're going to drop it down to high, leaving all the rest of these settings the same as before. And again, unfortunately, I did not know how to scroll yet. So I just kind of showed high preset here, and that's all. But in any case, why don't we go ahead and hop on into the game and see how it plays. Well, now here we are on high. Still can't really see a whole lot. What is this?
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing.
Still right around 30 FPS. It still drops a little here and there, though, on high. From what I've noticed, since I've done all the computers already before I did the voiceovers here, the difference between high and ultra is very little on everything. Like, it seems to get maybe an FPS or two better than ultra, but that's about it. Medium is where you get a decent FPS bump. Medium settings-ish will probably, if I remember correctly, be what my settings mostly are when we get to my settings. Alright, well, let's try to walk around a little bit here. What is this funky-looking thing? Restoration? Alright. Cool. So, those are our little healing posts. Good to know. Alright, let's go through this thing. That looks a lot like a butthole. Girl, that's a booty hole. Still will always remember that meme.
Here goes nothing.
1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more.
Ah.
Flash behind
Well,
your
that's very
eyes.
interesting, but it's time for us to move on to the next graphic setting. All right, medium settings now. Same as before, I did not know how to scroll down yet. In fact, I'm kind of like regretting making the video like this. I probably should have gone and changed the controller type to just a controller. But I just left it the way it came stock, and that's what it gave me, so that's what I used. All right, now we got ourselves a little bit of some medium graphic settings, and now we're definitely getting some better FPS now. We're getting more like 40 FPS most of the time. That's much better. Much more playable. Let's go up to our little nursery
The
thing
pool
here.
that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
All right, well, let's investigate. Hey, I got it, even with the -1. Cool. I think that's the first success I
The
got.
casing is fragile. The slightest touch could cause it to crumble.
Well, I know what we should do. Let's go ahead and figure out where my damn crosshair went. There's my little cursor. Not crosshair, cursor. But I was far enough away so it did not blow me up. So I don't even have to heal. How fun. Still, I wished it was, like, not so damn dark. It's really hard to, like, even see anything.
I'll give it a shot.
And the weird thing is, I don't remember it being this dark when I was recording it, though. Because, straight up, if I saw it being this dark, I would have just abandoned the video and been like, okay, this is like so dark no one can even see anything. But we already came this far, so might as well just make it. But I'm probably going to remake this video, too. Especially when I'm a little farther, too, because I want to see how it does farther. Just because it can get acceptable FPS in this little room doesn't mean it necessarily can in the entire game, obviously. That's why I always warn people. Just because my settings work in my areas that I test in doesn't mean you're going to get that in the whole game. That's why I wished I had time to just test the whole game, but I don't.
Curious.
Especially not this game. This game's really long. I'm excited to start playing this game. Probably going to start after I'm done making all these videos today. Because yesterday I got a headache and didn't get to finish my voiceovers. Otherwise I would have made them all today and made more videos today. Like, make them, not just edit them. But anyway, on to the next setting. So, now we've made it down to the low preset. So everything up there is the same, and we are on low, as you can see here. Still did not figure out how to scroll, unfortunately. Kind of wished I just went with a normal controller scheme, too, but I'm just using what the deck presetted to. So, now let's go and see how low does. Now we've got the low settings here. So as you can see,
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing.
it's doing a
behind
little
your
teeny tiny
eye.
bit better, but definitely does not look very good. But it never looks good all blown up like this. I bet it wouldn't be that awful noticeable just on the Steam Deck screen itself. Hey, another success. Cool. I like when I get successful rolls, though. From all the things I do, I fail at the roll way more than I succeed, but that might just be the way the game works. Or it's something with this character. I didn't, like, sit here and try to make this character either. I just kind of, like, went click, 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 go, 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 because I just wanted to make you guys some footage to show you guys how it ran. I'm going to go and actually customize a character to my liking when I go to actually play the game.
What path lies before me? Open up.
Oh, there's a guy over here. Keep forgetting about him.
Dead. Good.
Very good.
Here we go.
All right. What do we got there? Another rune state? Alright, guess you can't really do anything else with those, so let's try to go up here again.
Help us.
But yeah, more than playable FPS if you don't care about graphics, but I would just go with some medium-ish settings. Medium seem to be doing a pretty dang good job.
We are here. Here.
Alright, moving on. So now we're going to do my settings here. So I finally figured out, after a bunch of looking, that you can control it with that. I wish I would have known that, and I would have scrolled down for you guys every time, but that is pretty much the settings I'm going to go with. Now, it still will drop under 30 every once in a blue moon, but for the most part, it's a 30-ish FPS experience. Here we go with my settings now.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Alright, let's roll us that dice. Ah, you ass. I thought I had it, but I forgot about the -1 intelligence, so failure. Failure is the only option.
More than meets the eye.
Alright, well, screw it. We're still touching this fucking pool. Hey, not standing back far enough to not get blown up. Well, that is cool. So that means I do not have to heal.
We are here. Here.
Alright, I thought that was the thing that let me talk, that like did something about elves going into behind your eyes or something like that, but that must just be some other tablet. Alright, we'll go up here like we did before in all of our, or most of our other run-throughs. It's a brain jar. A lot of brain jars around here.
Help us. Just put my hands on everything. Release us.
Oh wow, some crazy ass nonsense is going on out there. We got dragons with frickin' beams and everything.
Mind flayer horticulture.
Horticulture.
1,000 years.
Aye,
of
there it
human
is.
History.
I found it again.
Dwarves, humans, and more. Flash
Anyway, though,
behind
let's
your
move on to
eyes.
camera. Well, alright, guys. Let's get a little camera recording gameplay now.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite.
I just decided to limit it to 30 FPS just to try to smooth things out a little bit. Still drops under 30 here and there, but it is what it is. Still more than playable for a game like this. I don't need 600,000 FPS in a point-and-click kind of game like this. I lost again. I sure lose this more than I win it.
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
Robots in disguise. I got blows up. That's okay. There's like a healing thing over here, if I remember correctly.
Let's see what this does.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Oh, odd. I feel better.
Better!
Dead. Good.
Exactly. Now we'll go into the weird thing that looks an awfully lot like a booty hole. Wait a minute.
We are trapped.
Traps, please.
Can't believe I never really noticed him before. There never seems to be anything to do up here.
Help us.
No, I'm busy.
Release us.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
That's for sure.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Alright, come on, give me a good roll. Hey, there we go.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Wow, I failed that hardcore. Well, I tried.
The brain won't budge.
Well, let's just see. Maybe we'll come back a little later for that. And at least now I know what to do. I'm not gonna lie, it takes some getting used to walk around and whatnot with the Steam Deck, but it's still more than manageable. It probably wouldn't be my exact choice, but hey, that's just me. So I think this is a good stopping point. So that way I can keep the same kind of area for all the rest of the systems, but I think it's time to go wrap this on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Baldur's Gate 3 on the Steam Deck, and it did a pretty good job. I thought it was going to be like pretty much unplayable no matter what, but we got it pretty playable. Yeah, it drops under 30 here and there, but not the end of the world in a game like this. I would just be able to, I would just like being able to take a cool game like this around, you know, with me and whatnot, more than anything. I will admit, it's a little weird moving around with just the, mouse thing. That kind of makes me wonder. I wonder what the Allies solution is going to be. I wonder if I'm just going to have to like click around with my finger or something, or leave it in desktop mode and just use the thumbstick like a mouse. That's not going to be very fun, but hey, I'll get you guys footage of that game as long as they'll let me on the Ally as well, because that's next actually before we move on to the Asus G15 Advantage. But in any case, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.